We're
We're live?
live.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Hey, everyone. Welcome to D&D Play 20's version of Curse of Strahd. My name's Justine, and I'm going to be the dungeon master for this wonderful, wonderful campaign with these amazing folks. And we're gonna do a bit of a recap because we haven't played in quite a while. We took some vacation time, but we're back for the spooky time and nightmare excitement. Uh, we are the group of D&D Play 20. What is D&D Play 20, you ask? Well, it's a phenomenal, phenomenal Discord server where we have all kinds of really, really neat and fun games. We do streamed games, unstreamed games, lots of really creative and fun one-shots. We have the wonderful Hop In and Out campaign of Citizens of Phandalin, where multiple games with a couple different DMs get played in the same storyline and same area that you could actually come be a part of. And you honestly can just jump in, jump out. Belvedere is one of the most consistent DMs for that amazing game. It does an incredible job. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, all players are welcome to the server, whether you're a veteran looking to test out different new builds and skills, or whether you are simply brand new to the TTRPG community and want to give it a shot. You are absolutely welcome. It is a place of inclusivity and diversion. Wow, that was not the right words. You all know what I'm trying to say. So please come hang out. And join the Discord. We have some really fun stuff starting actually in the month of February, which is a couple days away, and we'd love to see you there.
Can
With
I
that,
add?
I'm gonna let.
Ooh, I was gonna say.
Please add.
I just gonna add the T's and C's for Citizens of Phandalin. Please be aware that it will be created by Captain Crit himself. Do not be upset. It is perfectly normal, and you should consider it an honor. T's and C's apply.
Yep.
You should consider it an honor.
Yeah. Is the music coming okay through on Roll20?
I think so, and I'm pretty sure it is coming through properly as well on the stream, but please let me know.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let these folks go ahead and introduce themselves. Just a reminder that we do have a really fun, neat little after show that we do for this show that you can be involved in. So if you go onto your Twitch that you're watching, you can click your little points section and see that there is a... Oh, is it not on in there anymore? The question challenge? I don't see it. For the rewards and challenges.
Ooh, maybe we haven't turned it on for this campaign because it's only for this one that we have.
Yeah, well, it'll be up in just a minute.
Yeah.
But basically, there is a fun thing where you can pay 250 points, which is not that much, and ask a question. All questions go, and it can get really cool with some in-depth TTRPG conversations, or it can be stuff that makes us uncomfortable and laugh. Cheers to that. So with that, let's go ahead and have the wonderful Mario start us off with introductions. Let's tell them who we're playing and also their racing class, because it's been a minute for everyone here.
Hi, I am Mario. I am playing... forgot his name for a moment. Norbert, the deep gnome rogue, who is always friendly and lovely to everybody. And I will pass it over to Cole.
You're muted, Peter.
Yep. I should have passed to someone else.
On the Zoom. That's okay.
Oh, I muted him. One sec.
Dang.
No, okay. In my defense, I had muted him because why can't he has to unmute it because I had muted him because he was talking with people in the background and it was coming through.
There you go. I think you.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
Was Mario muted too?
No. It was just you. I muted you.
Hi. I'm Peter. I like long walks on the beach.
Hi, Peter.
Thank you. I am a D&D-aholic.
Yeah, I was going to say, welcome to Anonymous D&D-holics.
I play Cole, a pleasant little dwarf with a long beard who cares and loves everyone in this group. He is a paladin I believe he's a paladin in this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And, he's okay. He's a little stinker. But other than that,
As in he toots a lot.
Sir Toots a lot. Yeah. I'm going to popcorn it over to Arlen.
Just check your Zoom messages in a minute.
Me?
No, Peter.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Arlen, hit it.
Always doing something wrong.
Hey, my name is Arland. I am playing the Fallen Asimar Barbarian Shadlamain Thule, or Shad for short.
Oh, Shad.
Oh, Shad. Oh, yeah, don't you know? He'll be playing Shad today.
And his mic isn't going in and out, guys.
No, look at it.
Weird how that works sometimes. I couldn't remember what happened last time, why it was doing that. It's funny. Is there anything else? Is that it? I'd pick somebody. Sorry. And I will pass it off to Leandra.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariana, or Vagabunda, however you know me. Today I play Leandra von Teschen, which I don't know if anyone has picked up on the reference of her name, but we'll see. And
Good after show question.
And was a Dampier cleric who loves undead because that's who she grew up with, and who thinks not all undead are bad, and who has several very intense discussions with several members of the group.
She's definitely the one who pokes, and I like that.
And I'll pass it on to Belvedere. It is. I was so confused for a second. Who hasn't gone yet? Who hadn't gone yet? Yes. I was gonna say last but not least, but I got confused. So Belvedere, go for it.
Good evening, all, and welcome to our spooktacular evening. Belvedere here. I play Adabon. Adabon has shown some blood hunter tendencies. They say he's a dragonborn. I guess you will find out. He wears a nice hat, he wears a nice vest, and likes to play with cane.
I thought that was going somewhere else for a moment.
He keeps pockets full of candy.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Apparently he's scary. You'll have to figure that out when it's for yourself.
He's quite the gentleman.
Arlen, your initiative was for everyone.
It's supposed to be a secret. Don't worry about it.
And the points to pose a question for the after show are already back on the stream, so you can go and use them for the after show questions now.
Okay. And again, my name's Justine. I am the dungeon master for this campaign, your friend in the audience, and these folks' worst nightmare. Let's go ahead and do our recap. While I'm doing the recap, if you have not, please roll initiative and send it to me in secret. Last episode, after seeing the priest use some sort of dark magic unintentionally, and then acquiring a suspicious book in the church where they had slain a demon vampire spawn, which was the priest's son, the team took their leave with the book in tow. With Irina leading them out of the village, they started to make camp in the shade of the tall evergreens that swayed and provided a soft background hum. But as they started to settle, Norbit and Irina went to get dry wood for a fire and saw a leg sticking out from the brush, followed by an arm, and then eventually our new character, played by Arland, which was Shadlamange. I believe I said that right. We just call him Shad. Covered in blood, the Asimar slightly explained his plight to the team, but did not give everything away. After a brief conversation, they heard strange noises and discovered two creatures deeper in the woods of which they are about to settle. Neither being fiend, undead, or fey, they went to the creature on the left and saw a werewolf who was injured. The werewolf offered to make them a deal that if they killed this other creature which had hurt him, and also they found out Shad. He would give them any information that they wanted on this strange world of Barovia, and Lady Strahd herself, and possibly even meet the leader of his pack, his alpha. The team set on it, finding out that this creature was called a Wheeze. Eventually, they found the Wheeze's lair, which was a circle of tall stones with an altar in the middle. The creature sat hunched upon the altar, ribs showing, horns out, munching on a piece of flesh. As it looked up, you saw the definitions of its muscles pulsing as the blood smeared on its face, and it made a strange noise as it looked at you. The team looked at each other and started to speak, but every time they spoke, their words would echo back to them, and a small, thin, deer-like creature would appear. They quickly learned that speaking was not their advantage. As the creature howled and started to menace upon them, combat ensued. And now, we'll switch to our map, and I need all of you to roll initiative. Also, we forgot to say that for this group, we also have one amazing player who unfortunately is not feeling well, Steph, who plays Alusa, our Drow Ranger. Steph is a wonderful, wonderful part of the community and this game, and she is very missed. And if you're watching, Steph, we hope you feel better.
Mm-hmm. She's my bestie. I don't know. It's great.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if she'd say that.
What is that, Alyssa? Yes, you love me, I know.
Yeah.
And you trust me with your life.
What is that? What is that, Alusa? Not all undead are bad? Oh, I didn't know you felt that way.
Yeah. Peter, I got 2 initiatives from you. I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
Oh,
In this
yeah.
that I see
it's
too.
because one of them is mine. Because I'm
'cause
technically
you're-
on the D&D Play 21.
Are you the first one or the second one?
I have no idea. I will be sending
I
it
will-
to you.
You guys will figure it out. That's how it's gonna go.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you again with my name.
Thank you. Okay.
There.
Love it.
Okay. My bad. I forget that I'm technically on the
Hopefully
D&D
that
21.
jogs some of your guys' memory on what's going on. Yes.
Yes, I remember that Cole didn't stop talking, and both
No, wasn't
Alusa
it-
and Norbit promised to kill him after this fight.
Why did I think it was Adabon who wouldn't shut up? It was
No,
Cole.
it was
Okay,
Cole.
my bad.
No, it was
Sorry,
Cole.
Belvy.
Adabon used a spell that had some words.
But he killed
Killed one
one.
to make one.
He
yeah.
killed one and summoned one, which is, not terrible. Cole just keeps summoning them.
I appreciate your patience while I'm writing down initiative. You folks can keep them entertained, I'm sure.
No, it is fine. It is fine.
Maybe say what your character is feeling about this strange wheeze creature.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like. Wait, there is one thing I'm not seeing on the map, but I don't know if it's on purpose. Actually, he moved. I'm just stupid. I'm just blind. Never mind.
You're not stupid. Be kind to yourself.
I do have
Be
many
kind
stupid
to
moments.
I literally wrote everyone's character names and then just wrote Belvedere on my initiative.
Because
Cross
Adabon
out
is
Adabon. Yeah.
Because he is such a character.
Yeah.
Wow, we love Belvedere. Actually, Belvedere, you should check out the sponsor ad I did for Astoria's first stream, because there was quite a few funny things that, because you're the one who used to do it, so I kind of inspired a little bit by you and had a few funny things in there for you, so that's fun.
I have not watched it yet, so I shall get to
Why
it.
don't you, if you don't mind, Mariana, why don't you tell some of the awesome other streams we have so people can look forward to other things?
This coming week, I can talk, I promise. We are going to have a very special stream. There will be some games during the week, so I believe Belvedere's on Escape the Underdark on Wednesday, but that's not streamed, it's on Discord, so if you want to watch that, join our Discord. There will be Elemental Chaos as well with Justine, Arlen, me, Adabon, Ramon, which some of you may know as Professor Draconic, or Nyx, and Saint Crystal, who some of you know as Simon from Strixhaven. We're all in Elemental Chaos, so you know all of us. So if you want to come and watch it, again, that's on Friday at 10 a.m. EST. And there will be a very, very special stream on Saturday at 5 p.m. EST. It will be Season 1 Legends of Mythos finale. Season 2 will
Leandra's baby.
Yeah, Season 2 will come later this year. And we'll have lots of surprises. It will be called Saving Mythos. And Season
cool.
1 finale is going to end, Legends of Mythos is going to end this Saturday, Season 1, so come and join us for that very, very special occasion where a lot of secrets are going to be revealed, a lot of important stuff are going to happen, so come and join us. I think, in terms of streams for the week, unless I'm forgetting something, that is it this week. There will be an announcement for a new challenge every month that is going to start as well in February throughout the week. So if you want to be a part of that, join our Discord.
Love it. Thank you so much. It's going to be very exciting. So, I have completed initiative and Irina rolled a 2, and I find that really nice of how I'm doing today. So, for all of you who have not watched one of our Curse of Strahd episodes before, these folks don't know each other's initiative, and they can't talk to each other right now, so working together is quite the feat. We will start with the small deer creatures that are marked in blue with Leandra on deck. So, this one uses its long legs and walks forward. This one does the same. As they start to come on either side of you around these tall, slate-like stones that have old rope tied between them with moss. They look at each other and make clicking and weird noises. One opens its maw, and you see sharp teeth, and then the jaw almost unhinges and extends itself down as it reaches through its own mouth with its hooved, clawed feet and strikes. I need Leandra to let me know if a 13 hits.
No.
So it goes, Leandra has seen this happen before already, perfectly dodges out of the way, and then it makes a strange, terrifying noise. The other one then looks and also does the same thing. I need Shad to tell me if... Ooh, buddy, a 21 hits.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, let's do some damage. That is 7 slashing damage to you.
Heard.
Ow.
Did you say word?
Yeah, word.
Leandra, you're up with Norbit on deck.
Okay. Okay. I need to be reminded of two things.
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. I messed that up. I apologize.
That's fine.
You will go in just a second, and then I will remind you of all the things. Shad, when you were hit, were you at full health or no?
No.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you make a noise from the pain.
Ooh.
Oh no, bye Mario.
Let me adjust stream. I was prepared for this.
That is a 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay, you're alright. You were
I
silent.
just changed it, so 1 second.
You are safe for now.
There.
Welcome back, buddy.
My
So
internet is so bad, I'm staying out of Twitch for a bit.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Alright, what are your questions, my
Okay,
lovely
so
Leandra?
First question is, has the creature next to me or below me been hit, or is it hurt? I don't remember.
It has not been hit.
It's not been hit. Okay. So, but I believe the main one has, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon to move it 20 feet to here and hit it with it, which is a bonus action that I can do.
Love it.
Let me roll for it to hit real quick. Where's my spiritual weapon?
Also, how do you guys tell the group what level you're at?
We are at level 10. No,
So, I don't know.
4.
Phelps,
I
let's get out of
think
here
level
with that.
4 are good.
Just thinks that I could be level 15, but I don't know.
22 to
Yeah, I thought it was 15 also.
22 to hit.
22 absolutely hits.
All right.
You can just play Valen.
Yeah. I just have my Valen character sheet up.
Oh,
I'm
that
gonna
was
fly
max
up there
damage, so
just-
12 points of damage?
Yeah.
Nice.
If you hit it, it actually uses your voice that it had heard earlier, but it doesn't make a sound that makes sense. It's just you hear your own vocal cords of pain come out of its mouth as it kind of walks back a tiny bit and then like shatters its sharp teeth and then looks at you.
That gave me chills.
How
Ooh,
hurt
I'm
does
doing
it
my job.
look? Like, do I think I can just finish it off, or...
Roll
Medicine?
insight. Medicine sounds great. I love that.
Great. 16?
It's pretty good. Like if this thing, I don't know, let's say it had like 100 hit points, it looks like it has like 40-ish left.
Okay.
Jesus.
Alright.
Don't at me.
I'm just trying to see which spells aren't vocal.
That was my favorite part about creating this. I was like, ooh, they have so many vocal spells in their character sheet. I'm so mean.
Yeah. I think all of them are verbal. All the ones that I could use anyway. Yes, they are. Okay, so... I am going to use my action. So, you look. I assume you look quite hurt, Chad.
I look okay. Like,
What a Chad.
like there's like probably a little bit of blood trickling, but nothing too serious.
Okay, that's fine. If that's the case, I will use my action to attack the creature next to me.
The small one?
Yeah, the red one. Yeah.
Demon deer?
Yes.
Go. Hit it.
With my mace. Actually, am I on full health? I am not. No, I'll use my mace. Never mind. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That's 5 points of damage.
You gracefully swing this mace with the skill of a dwarf and the elegance of a vampire. And as it crunches into this creature, almost in slow motion, spit and blood come out of its mouth as it slowly falls, long legs shuttling out from underneath itself. And, yes, it is dead. Good job.
So if it's dead, I will move closer to this one so that I can hit it next turn. If, yeah.
Okay.
That's my
Norbit, you're up. Norbit, you're up with the wheeze on deck.
Now, I think from memory that I was stealthed at the end of last turn, or
You
was
were.
I not?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so I can attack this big scary thing with advantage is my plan. And
He's
so-
got a plan.
oh, thank God for advantage. That is a 25 to hit,
Hit.
and that is with I'm throwing my psychic blade at a distance, so that will be 3d6 plus 5, which is
I hate-
average of rolls I could do.
Sorry.
14 damage.
I'm sorry, I apologize. You were trying to hit this one?
No, this one here.
Oh, the wheeze.
That's like the big bad, right?
Yeah, big bad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
a 14 does not hit.
No. It was a 20-something to
25 to
14
hit,
damage.
14 damage.
Absolutely hits 14 damage it is.
And then rather than stealth again, I see this thing looking injured. I'm going to use my bonus action to throw another one. And that is I'm rolling well. 22 to hit. And I don't get sneak attack on this, and I don't have a D4, so I'll roll it on roll 20. So I rolled a 3, which means I get to do 8 damage to it.
Okay.
With your bonus action, do you have the feat that allows you to use your modifier? Because if it's a bonus action to weapon fighting...
His subclass.
I promise my subclass allows me to do this.
Alright.
I
do that mistake all the time myself, hence me asking, that's all.
No, absolutely fine. I just want to check, Justine, over here, is that, stone and rock, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to head towards that without question. I will go, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is I think all my movement. Yep.
Roll stealth again?
Well, I can't really stealth. I've already used my bonus action, so I'm just running over there.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm just going to use my free action of talking into Cole's head and say, just in case I wasn't clear last time, you say one more word out loud, I will kill you. And that's my turn.
Cole shads his pants.
At least that's not speaking.
Yep, that's a win.
Take it.
I've been holding on to that one.
We'll take pooping over speaking at this point.
Oh, that's a rat. I love that.
I don't know. Is it an audible poop though?
No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
I'm like, is it all sound or is it only vocal sounds that?
You'll find out. So the Wheeze is up with Alusa on deck. I will be playing Alusa. The Wheeze kind of looks, and its animal instincts are kind of starting to stress out, and it is going to run. Shad and Leandra may take an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20s.
Definitely.
Yep.
Believe that's
Enjoy.
16? Yeah. No. Yes, 16.
16 hits.
I did 23, 18 plus 5.
Wow, that also hits. Shouldn't have done that, Justine.
4 points of damage from me. With the mace.
It's 6. That's 11 damage.
Woohoo! 15 damage total. Yeah. So you both, it starts to back up and then skitter. You both look at each other, make eye contact. Leandra comes down on its ankle with the mace, and it kind of starts to fall. You're not Valen. I'm so sorry. Dad. What weapon are you using? How are you doing this?
I am using my Lightbringer. It's a sword.
And as it starts to go down, Shad hits up, and you see into the sinew underneath its armpit gets sliced. Dark red blackish blood spills out, and it limps over to this. It looks around. You see it kind of open its chest and its arms, look up to the sky, this bone-structured face with barely any skin or muscle on it, screams into the sky like that, and then it looks down, heavily breathing, completely just is going feral, and we're going to do...
Sorry, it was a mace, not a sword, my bad.
Mace, not a sword? Okay.
Yeah. And is this creature undead, by chance?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It just got hit by 2 maces when you try to run away.
just saying because I get to deal 1 extra 1d6 of
radiant, yeah.
And as it screams, a mist rolls in. Need to roll for it.
Oh.
Jeepers creepers.
That succeeded, and you can no longer see it in the mist.
Ruh-roh.
Leandra's face of just, wow, great.
The cogs were going through my head like, do I have a way to detect it?
So this isn't a perception thing. So my,
You can
regular just because my regular perception passive is 20, so it'd have to be very well hidden for me not to see it, if it was.
Yeah,
stealth.
if anyone has a passive over 17, you can see the mist kind of shifting in a certain area. That would give you a good inclination of where it is.
Okay. I have a 18 passive perception.
So you would know it too.
Okay. Elusa's up with Shad on deck. Let me go to her character sheet, which I have open. Sorry if
Along
I
with
butcher
many
this
others.
stuff. Bear with me. Okay. Her passive perception is not high enough. So she kind of looks around confused and just kind of says, well, she has a cool accent. Well, might as well go for the things I can see. And she's going to shoot her longbow at one of these small deer-like creatures. Woohoo! 19 hits. You see Elusa gracefully, the feather touching her cheek, and it lets go her silver hair, almost going with the arrow with force. And it perfectly goes between the eyes of this creature, just one in one, out the other, and it falls forward, barely making a sound. And it is gone, dead, out of here.
We've had a
Elusa is-
redeemed hydrate.
Woo! Hydrate! AKA wine for me.
I was trying not to interrupt you.
No, you can always interrupt me. And Elusa steps forward a bit as a bonus action. Ooh. Not gonna do that.
Wait, did Elusa just speak? I might as well go for the things I can see.
Oh, she did. Oopsies! Sorry about
She
that,
would not
Steph.
have.
She would not have. No, she said that. She said that in her mental connection with Norbit.
Good.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, that's all she's gonna do for now because all of her bonus actions are pre things and I didn't read it enough. So, with that, Shad, you're up with Adabon on deck.
Okay, you said I have an idea of like where it's at, where it went.
Basically, with this spell effect or creature effect or whatever, its AC is gonna get a little bit higher for those who can't see it, and just like 1 point higher for those who can kind of see it.
Okay. I want to. So I'm gonna move in the direction on which it moved. I don't know. Did it move back to the altar?
It wasn't at the altar. The last place you remember seeing it was around here.
Before the mist came through.
Correct.
All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of. Well, then I'll just go ahead and move over toward there.
Okay.
And just kind of mace in hand, kind of looking for it. Like into that little misty area. And then as I'm running, if it's okay with you, I want a object interaction. If that's okay. Like an
Well, it
action
depends on what it is. Tell me what it is.
Okay, you can tell me if it's an action or not. I'm gonna take an extra piece of cloth and gag myself to prevent myself from making any noise.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so it's like tie it on. So if I know that if I speak, it'll multiply. So I'm just trying to prevent that from happening. And I'm gonna kind of go over there and try to hit it. I don't know. This much gonna swing into the mist.
Arlen, take a point of inspiration for that.
Okay.
And yes, swing away.
That's a 10. 7
Yeah,
plus 3.
you go to swing and you're almost positive you're going to make connection, and then you know that feeling like when you're going up to bat playing baseball and you know you're about to connect and then you miss and then like the momentum just takes you. That's kind of what you feel in your shoulders and your arms and your muscles as you don't hit anything in this mist. But as you do that, you hear a heavy breathing right next to you.
Okay. And that will be my turn for now.
Oh, do you create another character with no bonus actions? I'm so impressed with you. Just teasing you. Okay. Adabon, you're up with the red demon spawn little deer on deck.
All right.
Love me some good Adabon stuff.
Get out of bunch stuff. I will step in front of Irina and hold a booming blade.
Okay, hold an action.
Yep.
Irina, you hear, says thank you. I said that really quietly. Thank you.
And then I will shift my hex to the mist and just draw my sword.
Nice. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That's it. Action, bonus action, movement.
Okay. The deer are up with the deer on deck. So, these two. Whoop, wrong tool. D&D changed and I'm getting used to it still. Or Roll20 changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These two both gallivant up forward. Open their maws. And Cole, as you're sitting there, this dead deer right in front of you, kind of watching almost in split 6-second intervals what's happening around you, you hear a weird, like almost like the fluttering of wings in your ears, like the pressure gets weird, and a portal opens on one side, and then another, as you see the maw of this creature in front of you. Does a 3 hit?
No.
How about an 18?
Yes.
Okay.
I cry out in pain.
You're gonna roll for it, don't, unless you want to do that. That was actually 2 6s, which is awesome. So you take 12 damage as you feel sharp hooven-like claws rip down from your collarbone to just above where your armor starts on your shoulder.
Who's attacking Cole? There's no one there.
They use portals.
Yeah, they've been using, like, reaching into their own mouth. Yeah.
I tried to make something spooky.
Right.
I go to cry out, and then I go, and I cover my mouth.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Good Lord.
Unless you were at full health.
I was before the hit.
Oh, then you're okay. You don't have to roll the Constitution saving throw yet.
Oh, because I rolled a 3.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Get those bad rolls out the way.
DM. Yeah. Okay, so then the other
Pooped
deer...
his pants again.
Yeah. Purple. Do you even have any purple deer up? No, it died. Okay, that's dead. Orange. This
I'm
one...
glad it's so far away.
15, 20, 25, 30. This one's going to stand up right next to you, Shadlamange, and roll its claw attack on you. Does a 17 hit, Shad?
Yeah, it's fine.
9 damage to you.
Cool.
Please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, he tied the thing to not speak. Would it still...
Roll with advantage. Thank you for reminding me about the intro.
God. So, it's a 15 with advantage.
You are able to not speak as the pain sears into your back of just these hooven claws dragging down through sinew and flesh. And then the last deer are up with Cole on deck. Oh, that one's dead too. I can cross it off. All right, Cole, you're up with Irina on deck. Oh, Irina, you poor summer child.
Oh, he's got a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna go up to there, and he's gonna swing with his glaive with full force. Does a 12 hit?
Yes. Wait. Sorry. Just making sure you're hitting.
The one with the blue dot. I think.
Yeah, the blue. Yes, it does.
Oh!
Wait.
Oh! Oh,
What's the damage?
the damage is 12.
Nice.
And I go, ha! Gotcha!
Oh, no.
Oh my
So as
god.
you say, ha, gotcha, the creature opens its mouth and says right back to you, ha, gotcha, and dies in front of you. But as it dies, you see from the woods bright eyes of another one take its place.
Can
How
I
do
just say, Saint told me to do it, so it's her fault.
It's all Saint's fault for sure. How do I'm so sorry. This is like so silly, but I'm not used to the new Roll20. How do I go in the GM layer?
It should be at the bottom corner, left corner.
Aha! You're amazing.
Do you know,
Bottom is
I do
map, isn't
apologize to Saint because we literally had
Well, you
a
have to open up the
Roll20
options.
instruction session, and then the next day Roll20 came out with the new everything.
Yeah.
Link?
So it was kind of useless.
Roll20 likes new everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Saint
Saint.
said she did accept this.
I regret nothing.
Okay.
She's gonna
Accepts
kill you in another game,
responsibility.
it's fine.
So this other one now starts to walk freshly like a young doe of a deer, walking, kind of gathering its legs, creepily tilting its head as it looks at you. And then it is Irina's turn with the blue deer on deck. Irina! What a silly little goose. She has a silly little rapier. She puts her hand on Adamon's shoulder and says, "We cannot sit idly," and starts to walk forward.
Probably a level 1 commoner.
Yeah. She goes to this
She has
body.
magic though.
She does. She goes
All
to this,
verbal.
she goes to this body, and you see her, as her bonus action, slice and cut off one of the antlers, and then throw it as hard as she can at this blue one. Improvised weapon attack, and it hits with a 17. Let's see what the damage is. Improvised weapon attack is a D4, right? It's based on strength.
Believe so.
For her, that's a +0. 2. Yeah, so she injures this. The horn antler stabs into its chest, and it makes like a bleeding noise that sounds like 5 voices merging together. And then it looks up, eyes now red. Okay, these blue ones are up with Leandra on deck. That's the one that she just hit. So it runs forward, and it's going to try to attack her with a claw attack. Does not hit, though. You see a grace in Irina that you didn't think was possible. Her hair kind of whips to the side, and she leans away. And as her hair whips aside, those of you who are paying attention to her, especially Adabon, you see those 2 puncture wounds on her neck really are just shining right now. Are there any other blue ones that aren't dead? There's not. Leandra, you're up with Norbit on deck.
Wait, question again. I must have been distracted. Where did the one that Cole, when Cole spoke, where did the next one pop up? Up top. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Leandra is gonna make her way here. She's going to bonus action, use her, move her spiritual weapon here. She's going to attack the one in front of Shad with her bonus action spiritual weapon. That, I believe, is a 20? Let me double check. Yes.
Ooh, yeah. That hits.
Okay.
The orange one or the red one?
And that is 12 points of force.
Orange one or red one?
Sorry, the orange one.
Yeah, you get to know you've gotten to know these creatures' body quite well after fighting, even though it only feels like a few moments, and you pull its legs out from under it with your mace. It's your mace, right?
This is the spiritual weapon. It looks like a shield.
Oh, amazing. The spiritual weapon goes underneath the legs, it falls, and then cracks down on its skull, breaking it open.
Okay.
Anything else for you, Leandra?
Good job, Leandra.
Yes, Leandra's going to use her action.
You actually yell that there, Cole?
No.
That's your last whoopsie daisy I'm giving you.
I'm going to use an action to use my healer's kit on Chad.
Oh, Chad.
Which is healing without speaking. So...
Proud of you.
So that will be... How many hit dice do you have? I think 4, right? Because we're level 4.
Chad?
Where does it say? Where does it say that? Sorry. Where do I tell hit dice was?
It would be on your... When you click on short rest.
It's 4 because you're level 4.
Yeah, I thought it would be 4, yeah. But I think it's left, right? So if he used any... Yeah, that was just what I was checking.
We did a long rest, so he should be full.
All right, so you take 10 points of healing.
Oh, cool.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Yay. What a friend. Just met you, and she's just... This is the second time she's healed you.
She's just met you, but you seem to be doing a good job.
Should have asked for terms up front.
She just met him and he's certainly crazy.
There's the terms. Is that it for you, Leandra?
That is it for me, yes.
Norbit, you're up with the wheeze on deck.
So, do I need to roll a perception check or anything to see this wheeze, or can I just? Was my passive of 20 enough for me to know where he is and take a shot?
Yeah, you know where he is, so the AC isn't changed for you. Those people who can't see him, it is.
Okay. Ugh, but I'm assuming a 12 will miss.
Does.
Okay. That changes what I'm going to do with my bonus action, because I look over at Cole and I think, you're lucky this time. And this time I roll a 21 with my bonus action to hit. But, so... Oh, that's actually... I have to roll a d4 manually, because I can't do that. I don't have a dice, which is annoying. D4, 1 of. That is a 2, and plus 5, so 7, 12 damage I do to the wheeze.
12 damage?
Yep.
Mario, how do you want to do this?
Woo!
If I... Can I have my psychic dagger go through it and then somehow spin in the air and land at Cole's feet?
Yeah, so you see Norbit stand perfectly looking at his line of sight of where he needs to hit. Quicker than almost any of you can see, his hand flips out, a dagger perfectly twirling, hits. You hear of this creature, and it comes like the mist almost instantly drops to the ground and soaks into it, and sliced right down the middle, you see the horns separate. The creature's head splits in half on either side of its shoulders as it drops forward, and as it drops forward, the knife was almost perfectly positioned. It was already going that way. It kind of juts it forward, and it slides, pointing right at you, Cole. Blood splattered all over it.
Normally these knives are sort of this silvery, glowing thing, and they disappear upon impact, but this time it does not disappear, and Norbert is just going to use his movement to stalk purposefully towards Cole, his 25 feet of movement. And that's my turn.
As you start to stalk towards Cole, all of you notice that the deer don't exist anymore. They're not there. It just doesn't even seem like they ever were there. And yes, this combat is over. Irina drops to her knees, heavily breathing, and looks up and back at Audubon and says, "Thank you." And then looks at all of you. "Thank you all." And with that, you're dripping with sweat, dirt, blood, looking at this group that has now had each other's back, and this new member, Shad. And we're going to go to our first break.
Woo!
Oh, Mario can't handle it.
I don't want to wait. I am attacking Cole. Just spoiler alert.
No PvP.
Whilst Norbit is going to attack Cole, Leandra's gonna look at who's hurt to go heal him, like like the complete opposite, like kill Leandra, heal.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll
and
go
get
to
my internet
intermission,
fixed.
right?
While we're in intermission, please think of some fun questions for these amazing characters and post them on the chat.
Yes, I'm taking notes, so see everybody in 5 minutes.
Hey,
Hello.
welcome back to.
Chariot.
You got a good voice there, Peter.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back to Curse of Strahd. The folks just got out of some intense combat with some very interesting and strange creatures. A lot of those were based on some wonderful and fantastic lore on Native American mythology. So if you would like to learn more, we'll be posting links afterwards to that phenomenal culture and what we took from it and the amazing storytelling that it provides. We are D&D Play 20, a group of a bunch of nerds who really like to play TTRPG games on our Discord. We're going to go ahead and post a link right now in the chat to our Discord where you can join and come hang out with us. We have some really fun new campaigns coming up and also some one-shots and all kinds of good Phandalin madness. With that, we'll go ahead and hop back in. So as these creatures all disappear, the wheeze falling down.
Justine, just to interrupt. Sorry, we're all wrong. Oh, okay, she's fixing. Sorry.
No, you're okay. All of these creatures falling to the ground, this wheeze falling to the ground, its head making a thud on the sodden earth. An instant downpour hits. You all look around at your party and see Norbit, this deep rock gnome, heading straight for Cole with death in his eyes.
Is it possible that we could see a map so that I can see the distance?
Oh, for sure. I liked the theater of the mind, but nope, you know what? I'm going to pull the DM card. No, you can't right now. I will pull it up if we need it.
Okay, I need a count off of how close he is then.
Audubon doesn't notice. He is rushing to Irina and surveying the forest for more of these long-legged deer to come skipping through the woods.
Please roll
think
perception. Please roll perception for me. And right now, Cole, as you look up, Norbit's about 15 feet away.
Can Leandra try to intercept Norbit? I mean, my
Okay,
passive insight, I believe, is like
Uh-oh.
stupidly high. So
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure I know.
I'll kick the dagger back to him also along the ground and say, "There you go, friend.
Wait.
You
I
look
see nothing.
especially good today."
With my 6.
You see trees and rain.
Perfect. I will continue to the altar.
Okay, we'll have one moment at a time. So first I'm going to do Belvedere's moment, and then we'll switch to you folks. So as you look out, you're next to her. She grabs your arm to be pulled, because she was on her knees. Do you help pull her up, or do you leave her and go to the altar?
I will help her up, unless she was on her knees.
Yeah, she gets up.
Are you okay then?
I don't know. And she starts walking with you towards the altar.
Yep.
Now we'll switch back. Norbit, you're on a damn mission, and this knife starts skidding back towards you through the wet.
But the knife disappears
also-
the moment he tries to kick it.
Oh, Leandra, you do see this happening.
Okay.
So use your-
Yeah,
your
Leandra looks
fast
between
walking.
them, and she's gonna try to like step in between them, like on Norbit's path, and put a hand to each of them and say, "We could have just all been killed. Let's just calm down."
And why would we have all been killed? Because of this liability, this weakness. He intentionally went out of his way to get us all killed. Now get out of my way. He needs to die.
You all would have heard that. He needs to die. Everyone.
Cole, she turns to him. Why didn't you do what we were telling you to stay quiet? Are you a traitor? Are you working for Strahd?
I don't think so.
Then why did you keep speaking?
I don't know.
Irina,
Because he's either completely stupid or at worst working against us. There's no in between at this point.
Irina looks at Adamon and says, "We must interfere."
Did you say must or mustn't?
Must.
If he gets past her before striking distance, I'll act, but just before he can strike me. But I just was happy that I hit the deer.
Leandra goes to Norbit and whispers, "If he is a liability to us, let's keep him around and watch. I've always been taught, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. If he is working for Strahd, we might be able to use him against them."
I would
Is it-
never betray anybody.
You don't hear
I
this.
will-
It's a whisper.
I will then speak into your mind, and then you can respond that way and say, and if he's not working for Strahd, then his stupidity will get all of us killed. It's a miracle that none of us died then.
I know. Let me have a look at him, see if there's anything I can do to heal his broken mind. If this keeps happening, I won't stop you again.
At that, Leandra, or not Leandra, I'm sorry. You're Leandra. Hi.
Elusa?
No, Irina slides up through the mud and says, "Please, please, there's already enough death. Please." And Elusa, hauntingly, cloak drawn over, kind of walks up as well.
Leandra, seeing Elusa come closer, goes up to her. "May I heal you again?" She has allowed her before, so she's just asking for courtesy. Because I know
I'm
she almost
fine.
died before.
"I'm fine, thank you."
Norbert is going to say, he's going to, Leandra's mind, my God, my brain, he's going to say, out of respect for you, I'll hold back this time. But anything like this again, either he goes or I go. It's as simple as that. And he's going to stalk off and go into the woods and then hide so no one can see him. He needs a moment alone.
Yeah.
Irina tries to trace after you, and then you hide, and her shoulders obviously drop, and she just looks back sadly at the rest of the group.
Leandra does reply to you in your mind. "Agreed. I will not stop you next time if this keeps happening." And she turns back to Elusa. "I insist, if this happens again or in trouble again, we need you, as much as I hate to admit it." Yeah,
That's you,
Elusa.
Justine.
Alusa.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I thought you said Nicole. I'm so sorry.
No,
I was like,
that's his
it's me.
punishment. He's not getting
Yeah.
healed.
Alusa just slowly nods to you
Okay.
and starts going and picking up her arrows that she had shot.
I will follow her and try to heal her. So that would be 9 plus. I know I can't do a lot, but that is 13 points of healing.
Okay.
For now, that's all I
I just
can do.
imagine you chasing her like in the rain, and she like, no, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait. Don't do that. That's gonna.
Yeah.
When she's finally done, she's kind of like, such a difficult patient.
At this, Irina turns to you, Shad, and says, "Thank you for helping us without knowing us that well. Was this the creature that had hurt you? I thought we had said so, but I'm making sure."
Yeah, that well, damn it.
Casserole.
Yeah, casserole. Don't you know? I gotta get my accent right there, bud. Oh yeah, bud. That's that for sure is the thing that got me there earlier. Never seen it before, so it kind of snuck up on me before I was actually able to get it last time and knocked me out. But I'm pretty sure.
Would you camp with us for the night? We can offer you some food and water. I have some wine.
Oh, well, I'm not one to say no to some refreshments there from my neighbors there.
Oh no! What if Norbert's going to talk to, the werewolf? We should go. And Irina starts stumbling towards out of the. You can tell she's very shooken up, out of the woods, towards where the werewolf was.
I will attempt to catch her arm and answer her.
You do successfully. 1 second, Landra. So
Agreed to escort you to safety. The company you choose to keep may certainly determine the odds that we both survive.
Thank you. I'm not as fit for this type of adventure. I don't know the word as I thought I was.
Do we have but a moment to understand this place?
Of course. She follows
I'll
you.
head over to the altar again.
Okay.
See what I can figure out from it.
We'll investigate well, nature.
Nature.
Just a quick thing, Justine.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you earlier.
That's okay. You had said that this was in the morning. In the late at night because we were sleeping during the day and gonna travel at night.
Yeah, so right now it's probably about 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, it's just because you offered Chad to stay with us for the night, and I'm like, we're walking. I was confused. That's all.
I think that you're all a little tired, so that's why she said that.
That's a nat 20 for a 22.
Woo!
Oh boy. This altar permeates magic. Ancient, old magic. Probably even before the time of the Great Wars of Barovia. It's something that's very primal and feral and Wiccan and not of Strahd.
What kind of magic?
I was gonna make you roll Arcana, but you got a natural 20. Or wait, did you get a natural 20? Captain Crit, at it again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really bad with D&D magic. It is a DM flaw of mine. So I'm gonna describe it, and then you can tell me what you think it is. Is that okay? I'm sorry. It's very, like, natural nature of the earth. Like creatures and witches and wizards have used this place to create rituals, and spirits and the spells that they've put over and over have left like an inlay on the land.
Okay. So this wheeze was using it as a power source, not necessarily connected to it.
Correct. And they had made it its home and lair.
Okay.
Roll perception with advantage.
Do I get any indication that
Yeah, probably
like,
evocation.
what a wheeze is, I guess? Is it just a creature? Is it a tortured soul? Is it?
It's definitely just a monster creature.
Okay.
A rare one. Thank you, Saint. Yeah, I'd say evocation too.
20.
You look around these stones, these large slate-like shale stones, and one of them, you notice that the grass is almost like a different color and hue. Do you approach it?
Sure.
It's almost like a grave. As you approach it, you notice that it can be pulled up.
Is it like a fresh grave? Is it marked at all?
It's not necessarily a grave. That's just the term I use to describe it. Like, you can tell that this grass or this mud area has been moved recently. It doesn't necessarily fit the rest of the ground or landscape.
It's like loosened earth.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Not a grave, just like something's been dug up or buried there recently.
Kind of, yes.
Then yes, I would investigate.
Yeah, as you go and kind of poke at it with your cane, you realize it can move. And as it moves, there is a staircase that leads down. A staircase made of earth. Roots.
We'll look to Irina for approval and then descend.
She looks at you and she actually goes first. She starts walking
together then. And I'll hold out my arm.
Together. She puts her arm around you, starts going downstairs to this spooky staircase in the woods, and you enter the Wheeze's lair. There are skulls of every kind of creature, animals, humans, things you probably don't even know what you're seeing, hanging from dried intestines from the ceiling. There is a nest of broken bones, hay, and moss where this creature obviously cuddled itself to sleep every night. I know, it's spooky and I use the word cuddled, but it's fun to do juxtaposition, okay? And there are strange
spooky
runes.
Things cuddle.
Spooky things can cuddle, okay? There's strange runes on the wall.
Can I read them?
Do you speak? Pulling up my notes.
Abyssal? Sure do.
Should I have that up? Do you speak Undercommon?
I do not, and probably wouldn't recognize it.
I do, for what it's worth.
Yeah, but you're in the woods, and I don't know if
Indeed.
Elusa would have followed me.
Indeed.
Lusa did not.
Yeah.
Neither does our lovely Irina. So she says, do you have a piece of paper or a scroll I can try to mimic these and show the rest of the team?
I don't know if I do. Let me check my inventory. I would look around for anything of interest or anything of use as well.
Investigation with advantage.
I do have a book, so I can pass her that.
She takes a quill loaded with no ink.
I have advantage to anything Fey Fiend or Undead.
Well, I already gave you advantage.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. She kind of scoops up some of the blood, like the dried but still kind of wet, coagulated blood, and puts it in her thing and says, "Are you sure if I write on your book?"
Yes.
Okay.
You may take however many pages you require.
She starts copying the Undercommon words.
21.
21. You find a gemstone with inside of a skull. that has been licked clean from dirt, blood, or grime. That is worth 20 gold. You find a rusted steel greatsword in the corner. That's obviously been rubbed on by this creature as like a scratching post. And you also find a mask that looks like, or not mask, helmet that looks like it was used a very long time ago. It's very old and worn and slightly broken, but it's an older helmet.
Clearly not worn by this creature because it has antlers.
No, clearly worn by a humanoid. It seems much older than the day of which you are existing.
Okay. May I roll a history?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have advantage on that?
Nope.
We've had a redeemed shout out for Ben Etheredge. So there's your shout.
What's up, Ben? Woo-hoo! Thanks for watching our stream.
Hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Ben.
What up, Dan?
19 for my history.
You can tell from what you've seen from the architecture of Barovia, from the folks you've met, from the slight lore you've learned, that this was a part of the Barovian War. That sound stopped.
I will take the helmet and offer it to Irina. I will pocket the gem and probably attempt to burn whatever remains are in this place once she's done.
Yeah, she says, "You want me to keep this?"
If it has some value to you, then it is yours. If not, perhaps it may to someone else.
It's very good logic. She takes it and puts it in her bag and looks at the greatsword kind of warily and says, "I'll let you hold on to that one." And
have no use for such a heavy device.
Okay. She puts her quill away, gives you back your book, and says, I dried it. Ink or blood, I don't know. Should be okay. I'm getting a little dizzy down here. I'm gonna head back up. The smell. I just
Tear out the pages and escort her up the stairs.
Okay, we're gonna switch to Norbit. Norbit, you walk fiercely and proudly through these woods. What's in your mind? What are you doing? What's your goal? Tell me all the things.
He wasn't going far. He just he wanted to keep them all relatively inside, or at least in earshot, because he's not actually stupid. But he just needed a bit of peace. He needed to calm down and just take a few deep breaths, basically, because he's really struggling with how he can what he's supposed to do. He doesn't see how he can continue with this group, but he also doesn't feel like he has any choice.
Yeah. As you are thinking these thoughts, rubbing your temples, you feel the rain kind of splattering down and cleansing, and you hear a slight whoosh behind you of a cloak with your very high perception. And as you turn around, Alusa stands there.
He'd just look at her and not say anything.
She looks at you and nods and says, "For once we're in agreement on something."
I never thought the day would come when I'd be in a large group of people and somehow a drow wouldn't even be in my worst two people.
And I never thought there'd be a day where I'll refrain from the insults, but someone like you would also not be in my bottom people.
How has he lived this long? How has no one killed him. It doesn't make any sense. And how can we possibly keep him around?
Well, I think the fact that he has lived this long means that there's secrets we are not yet privy to. We should pay attention. For now, I'll respect your inquisition of him, and you can respect mine.
Well, sadly, I don't feel like I have any choice, but I will continue to work to keep this party alive. But him, I will not help.
Respectable. And she kind of nods. Should I make our way to the werewolf?
You'll just get up and start walking.
Okay, now we're going to go back to the main party. So, Adabon and Leandra, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
we
here.
would
I'm
be
here.
down for a fair bit before we came back up, so they would have time, I think.
Okay. So, Leandra, Shad, and Cole, you're standing in the rain. 2 of your party have just gone down these steps. Alusa, wow. Norbit and Alusa have gone into the woods. If you would like any RP moment, now is your time.
Leandra looks at Cole. I helped you this time, Master Dwarf, because I owe your people a lot. But they have their reasons, which to an extent I have to agree. So, I hope you understand, and if you're really not working against us as a traitor, as a spy, prove it. And when we ask you to do or not do something, respect it.
I will try, but sometimes I need reminding. And I am not a traitor. I give you my word. I just do things. Sometimes I don't feel in control.
Let me have a look at you before we rest tonight. Well, in the morning, I guess. See if I can sense whatever ails you. How are you doing, Chad? She turns.
Chad's just kind of standing there, just kind of confused, not really sure what the dynamic of this party is. He's like, so there, you got some interesting things going on here now. Has something like this happened before?
Yes, that is why he's on thin ice.
Very thin.
I'm gonna turn to Cole and kind of put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, well, there, bud. I know what it's like to, not have control. And just then that's all I'm gonna say. I'm like, but all you can do is try. Ugh. That's all, and yeah. And
Don't you know?
Walk away. Yeah, then I'm just gonna walk away.
Don't you know?
Yeah.
and just that's the best I can do to console. I'm like, yeah. And I'm just gonna kind of wander around and just circle and wait as we. What was that? What happened?
Leandra, were you
Oh,
going to say
sorry.
something?
Yeah, she was just will you be walking with us? We're trying to leave the village and take Irina to safety. If you're trying to get out of here, probably the best way is where we're going.
And frankly, I could use an ally.
He kind of just scoffs, kind of laughs a little bit, and he looks at him like, yeah, I don't see why not.
Cool. She looks around. Where's everybody else gone?
And at that point, I think Irina and Adabon would come up.
It seems this place has been marked as an ancient source of power.
We should keep it in mind.
This wheeze has perchance corrupted it.
Huh. Well, I can easily check that, I think. Leandra will do... I believe she has this ability.
I have burned its stain below, but I don't know if that's enough.
I thought you see smoke starting to come out.
Oh. Will that not spread to the forest?
I mean, it's raining pretty bad.
Okay.
Phew.
Just a thought.
Thundergrab. The roots burn, I know nothing. Audubon grew up in a swamp, so if things happen differently here, then I guess they happen differently here.
Can we just have a fire big enough to burn Strahd's castle and Strahd inside it?
Yeah.
I don't think it would make it that far, but maybe.
And the campaign's over, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Curse of Strahd.
I think to that,
I only got 2 sessions.
Chad's gonna be like, well, you know, sometimes things just gotta burn.
Well,
Okay.
if that's the case, shouldn't we go back to see about the werewolf? Like, he said his people would reward us for doing this, and that there were some injured people there, and maybe they are great warriors and incredible intelligent people, against common knowledge, but maybe they can even become our allies and help us escort Irina.
Oh, is
Just
the
an idea.
is the wheeze still there? Like it didn't disappear, right?
No. Its
Alright,
dead
I'm gonna-
body stays.
I'm gonna walk over and cut off its head so I can bring it as a trophy, so we can present it to the werewolves.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Black, sticky, thick, red, black blood drips out and splatters amongst
I'm
the
just-
rain puddles.
Just chomping at it with my hand axe.
Yep, it comes off.
Yeah.
You notice that if you look at its neck, it has 6 sets of vocal cords, which is why you were hearing your own voices reflected in it.
Interesting. I'll just drag it over.
Fun monster fact. Okay, do you all head back to your camp where the werewolf was close by?
Yep.
Okay.
Video.
We'll switch to Alusa and Norbit first, because they would have gotten there first. So Norbit, Alusa, I am Alusa. Norbit, are you heading to the fire, or are you heading to where the werewolf was?
I think he would head to where the werewolf was, but he would be stealthing about it because as much as this werewolf seemed okay, when it's just him and Alusa, who knows if it would seem different.
Yeah. You go and scrawled into the earth very clearly with like a stick are the words in common. I will meet you at sunrise, getting the alpha. I sense the creature has died.
Okay, he would just probably stay near the edge of the trees, ready to disappear if he needs to, but stay visible enough for his party members, assuming that's who comes along next.
So the werewolf is only about 15 feet from your camp. So Alusa walks back to the camp, and yes, there's heavy rain and droplets of water, but she's able to start a very small fire, and she starts cooking rations. The rest of the party, you head back. You see Norbit leaning on a tree, and you see him leaning on a tree. Okay, cool. No one says anything.
I was
So,
wondering.
Sorry.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
that's okay.
Cole will meagerly approach Norbit. ready to defend himself, but and he will say, Norbit, I find myself in a position where I should apologize to you and to the rest of the party. I raised my voice for that part. I don't know what came over me. I assure you I will try to do better.
Irina says, when someone's life's at stake and fear is the major emotion they feel, anything can happen.
Oh, I wasn't afraid. I'm never afraid.
The smell of your pants tells me otherwise.
I was not expecting that one.
Norbert will just stare daggers at Cole and say, it's a simple matter of respect. And whilst I appreciate your apology, actions speak louder than words. And then he's just going to look away.
Then let me perform an action for you. I will give you this gift as a symbol of my word. And I don't know what went through our DM's head when I say give him this gift, but I will
More
give
like
him...
I was reading the Zoom messages.
I immediately assume you were going to like give him a fart or something like that.
I will give him the child's carousel toy that I got somewhere. I don't know where I got it.
At Aunt Mary's, or whatever her name was.
And because I know Norbit likes to collect items that other people refuse to pick up.
You don't know that.
You really don't, but
I witnessed it with Strahd.
It's his perception.
Yeah.
Those stealth rolls, there's no way you witnessed it.
yeah.
Here you go, Sir Norbit. Wait. And I use my forearm to rub a stain off the part of it. And here you go.
Norbert does not reach for it.
Please accept this as a token of my appreciation and my commitment as a symbol of peace between us.
Norbert will use message to speak into Cole's mind and say, you may leave it there. Rest assured, you slip again, you will never feel the blade that comes for your throat.
Oh, thank heavens, because I thought you were going to kill me, and I don't want to ever feel that, so thank you for promising I will never feel it. And I'll set it down in the mud, and I'll...
To the fire.
Yep.
As soon as he's back his turn, Norbert will use prestidigitation to clean it. But he won't actually touch it until he's sure that no one's looking, and then pocket it.
As he walks away, you see that Cole had a blowout earlier.
We all knew by the smell.
Yeah.
I just learned that term this week, so hey.
Leandra will prestidigitate Cole and wherever Cole is walking and
Thank you,
desecrating
Leandra.
the ground.
Does everyone walk back towards the fire?
Hmm.
Irina does.
Viewer question. Viewer question. Saint wants to know if Norbit and Cole are engaged now.
I don't think she paid for that question.
You can ask that for the after show.
Yeah, she can pay for that question and get it asked in the answer. So, yeah, you all go back to the fire. Irina is sitting warming her hands. And Alusa leans against a tree, kind of flicking her fingers gracefully through an arrow of one of her arrows, or the feathers of one of her arrows. And she looks at Shad and says, oh, we have some background noise from someone. We look at Shad and...
Sorry, it might be me. I didn't want to
No,
say
it's okay. So she looks at Shad and says, you, happen to be quite useful. Where did you learn those skills?
Well, they're something that I learned from my people. We're all a family of fighters. Know our ways around some simple weapons.
The moves you were using looked quite complex.
Well, I've been doing this since I was a kid. Since I was a wee one.
And how old are you now?
I don't even know how old I am. Old enough.
All right. Interesting. Well, I've prepared some rations for everyone. And you look at the fire and there's food. I recommend we get a rest in. Do you agree, Leandra?
If you think it's necessary, I thought we were going to try to make way during the day and not waste daytime. Well, whatever light this could be called.
Night.
Yes.
We were traveling at night.
At night,
Now
sorry,
that
that's true.
Yeah, we slept all day.
That's true.
But now that we see what lives in the night, I mean, trust me, I'm a drow. I always prefer the dark. But she kind of like tilts her head to Irina and says, maybe we should try a different approach.
Well,
possibly just a short rest?
Perhaps, yeah. Let everyone catch their breath and then try to make way through the night. Irina did say that if these things attack us whilst we're asleep, is way more dangerous during the night to rest than during the day. So after what just happened, I kind of believe her.
Irina looks at you all and says, I never would have put you all in this position. I apologize.
Oh, I think you saved us, because if that had come whilst we were asleep, I don't think we would have stood a chance.
Also, where was the werewolf? Didn't anyone see where they went?
Good point.
Norbert will just say, Irina saw a message. He'll be back at, was it sunrise, Justine, or sunset? Sorry.
Sunrise.
He'll be back at sunrise.
Oh, I'm Irina. Oh, no, that's Alyssa. Okay, cool. Sorry. Hi. Different players. And she goes, indeed. It's enough time for our rest, I believe. Sunrise should be 3-ish hours. So to rest?
Adabon had assumed that we were waiting, kind of waiting for guide from Irina, has cast light on his feather and has been reading the Abyssal Tomb. Just saying.
Leandra will also go around, ask if anyone has anything broken that needs fixing, or like armor that got dented, or weapons that got damaged, because she can do
Pants that got pooped in.
No, I've already cleaned that. So if anybody has anything that needs fixing or de-rusting or stuff like that,
let the cleric do the cleric things, guys.
That's my specialty. So.
Irina and Alyssa, sorry, Steph. I'm speaking for you because I didn't check your character sheet. They are doing fine.
If nobody has anything for her to do,
I could use a little healing.
Master Dwarf.
We're taking a short rest. You're fine. She would sit next to Chad. She's got a few questions for him, but I'll be happy to wait to let everyone else do their thing.
So when you sit down, you just see me. I'm looking at the head, and I'm like digging into it, just kind of like looking and kind of not just looking at like you just had to have like 6 sets of vocal cords. So I'm looking at that. I'm examining the head, trying to figure out what monster this is. Like, what the hell just attacked us? You know, like opening the mouth. You know, seeing, just looking at it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Picking his mind.
You can roll investigation,
I will guide him.
or a medicine, or nature.
I'll give him guidance.
Well,
And you have a
I'm gonna
guidance.
do. What is the guidance?
It's an
What's
extra
the
D4 to your ability, Jack.
roll this one.
Pretty sure you have advantage because it almost killed you too.
I'll be the judge of that. I'm gonna say no.
Well, that's 6.
Nice
+3.
try, Belby.
That's with the bonus. I roll a 3. Oh, actually, it's a 7. Sorry, I had a +1 to that.
So it's a 7.
That's 7.
Looks like a dead head.
Cool.
You see, Leandra's kind of like that, sat cross-legged, looking at you.
I think I might not have noticed because I was like really kind of deep in it, and I was like, "Whoa, hey, over there, hi,
Oh, he there,
Uh,
don't you know?
can I help you there?"
So what's your story?
My story.
How did you end up here?
I'm trying to find I'm trying to help myself.
Right.
Um,
Did you get a letter? Did you get kidnapped by people that had drugs? Or...
well, I was, I was told there was a cure for something out here.
Huh, so you were tricked. Interesting.
Yeah, and ambushed. So, I'm just kind of look at her and like so many questions. Like, why? Like
I
who
feel
is this?
under pressure.
Yeah,
Like-
she's like, oh, sorry.
You can see he's just like he's not used to talking to this much to just people he had met. I mean, I think he knows that he's staying with you and he owes you explanation of some sorts, but he's just very uncomfortable because I assume you're like right there.
Yeah, she
So,
kind of goes,
oh.
oh, sorry. I don't meet, like, alive people that often, so.
So she is a vampire.
That's not what she said, Peter.
He just kind of like cocks his head and looks over. He's like, "Oh, what do you mean by alive?"
Oh, most people that, well, the most creatures that I've been surrounded by are either undead or fiends or monstrosities or aberrations.
For this fucking party.
I only met, like, I don't know, maybe, including these, probably like 20 people, like live people.
He's just gonna like, okay, like, just kind of like shakes his head, nods his head, just sits in place. He's like, all right, like thinking to
Right.
himself.
And I changed the picture on Roll20 to what his character looks like, so you can all imagine that shaking happening.
Yeah,
She's very, like, smiley about it. Like, she thinks there's
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah,
wrong
you
with
have to
it.
remember Leandra
and I think that's why he's so concerned about it. It's like, just why is she
It's like,
hanging
why
out with
is
so many
this-
undead and fiends?
super
How do you find yourself around those kind of people there?
That's where I grew up. Well, I think the story goes that there was a great cataclysm. The dwarf queen sacrificed herself to protect her people, but then everybody that died became a ghost and stayed living there, and the fiends that attacked them got trapped there. And yeah, it's something like that. And my parents obviously are vampires, so.
Audubon stops reading to listen.
Oh. Someone's intrigued. Norbert, what are you doing?
Your parents there are vampires?
Well, my mom wasn't, but then she got really ill, and my dad made her a vampire. But I'm not.
Norbert's just listening.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, go for it.
I just the rolls
Oh,
are trash. That's a 9.
whatever. You had really good rolls during combat. You
Yeah,
can-
during combat, I might not. I don't have the best of other stuff.
I mean, I didn't roll high. I think. Well, actually, I don't think I beat your 9 to convince you that I am right. So let me just check.
Kind of like
before I say, yeah, no, I rolled a 2 to convince you that I'm right. So you can keep your thoughts, or you can believe me. It's up to you.
Am I sensing some tension between Strahd and Leandra right now?
He's like okay, like and I'm not sure if I've ever met anybody who has vampire parents.
I don't think it's very common.
I'm not convinced vampires can reproduce.
Yeah.
I bet that bites.
You know, she turns to you. You know, I've actually asked about that because I look nothing like my dad, so I have my doubts. But I do have the fangs. But I don't feed on blood, you know. So, maybe.
You're so open, Leandra.
She is. She doesn't see the problem with it. Think about her upbringing. To her, this is totally normal. And she goes, but you know, ghosts and the fiends and all those creatures they were actually, well, the fiends not so much, but the ghosts of the dwarves were really nice. They gave me a bunch of gifts and taught me a bunch of stuff. That's why I kind of owe Master Dwarves.
No offense, but as you're talking, you kind of if you look at Shad's eyes, they're starting to like kind of glaze over as like you're just continually talking, and he's just like, they're just kind of like zoning out slowly.
Well,
and
as she's talking, you're interrupted, and Irina comes up and says, "I'm so sorry to interrupt, but do any of you know this language?" And she presents what she had written in the book, the pages, in Undercommon.
Elusa and Norbit, I believe.
I think I speak
Nope, she's
too.
presenting this to Leandra and Shad right now.
All right.
I kind of grab it and I like look at it and I turn it. I rotate the paper, you know, and I just pass it over to Leandra. I'm like, well, I don't know.
I do. I do know.
Well, at least he's honest. You know.
Oh, I do know it. What does it say? DM?
It says, sorry, I was trying to get in charge of this chat and it's making me laugh. So it says, forces from afar march here. The sky rains with blood and we hold our necks dear.
Would I recognize that as kind of like a vampire poem?
I don't think it's from a vampire. I think it's from someone who was in the army of Barovia when Strahd took over.
Gotcha.
So I don't think that. I know that.
She reads it out loud. In common.
So you all hear it. At that, Irina kind of holds her neck uncomfortably and says, I'm going to set a boundary. I think we should all get our rest. Please.
I agree.
Okay.
And
she smiles, fangs out.
Elusa nods and kind of dips into a shadow under a tree and sits against the tree. Irina walks up to Adabon and says, are you comfortable if I sit with you?
He will nod beside him and lift up the book again.
She sits down and kind of cuddles against your bicep. She takes a scarf from around her neck and wraps it around her very curly hair and says, you make me feel safe.
I will pull out the bag and kind of stick it there because his shoulder is scaly and rough and gross.
Spiky.
Yep.
She smiles and then cuddles into the bag, and you hear almost instantly deeper breaths as she falls into a sleep.
Officially, they've now slept together.
I guess he will
Ha ha.
end the light and stare into the darkness.
I'm going to give you what you read in that book. But with this short rest, we are going to take our second break. Think about what you've watched. Do all the questions. The after show is coming up sooner than you think. And we'll post some links that you should click on.
Try again in the break.
I do not say blah 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 blah.
Blah,
I'm convinced Leandra's parents said blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Probably.
Bye.
I am working on it.
Hey, we are back with
Hello.
Curse of Strahd, presented by D&D Play 20, an amazing server that values diversity and inclusion. Please come, hang out, join, talk TTRPGs with us, talk question of the week, which starts tomorrow. Do all the good things. For some of you, that's today, because we have some amazing global listeners, and that's the amazing part of this community. Everyone's welcome, and with that, our party goes into a short rest. Eyes closed, ears still perked, and all they hear is the sound of rain dropping down, a crackling fire that tries to survive from this rain, and then a lovely sound of oak trees and also beautiful pines that sway in the wind. As you awake, go ahead.
I was gonna say Leandra wouldn't have rested. She didn't need it. So can I keep an eye out on everything?
Absolutely. Roll perception.
Norbert was
Roll
paying
perception.
attention to stuff.
Natural
Use
one.
Thaumaturgy to change the fire to infrared so that all of the crazy, strange creatures around can't see it.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. Take inspiration.
I rolled a d20. Dirty 20.
Do a dirty 20 and a natural 1. Orbit, you hear nothing. Leandra, every crack of a branch sounds like a wheeze walking towards you.
She's constantly like,
Very restful, eh?
I rolled
She
a
is like,
natural
Norbert-
one. What do you want from me?
Do you like how
Norbert.
Leandra's picture has just been hanging out on the thing?
Can Norbert see her
Piece of
reacting like this?
Yes.
And
he sees
just
the
say-
fear.
And just say into her mind, just don't stress. I've got this covered. Nothing's sneaking up on me.
Oh, what a guy.
Then suddenly Norbit feels a tap on his shoulder. No, I'm kidding.
And Cole has snuck up.
And now he dies.
Can I
You're
take
muted
my
over
hit
here.
die?
Oh, it's on purpose, gotcha. Leandra
I-
replies in your mind, oh, okay. I mean, I'm on it too. Clearly not.
She's trying her best.
That's all. Norbert won't say anything else. It's like, oh, well, she can take his advice or not.
She
Norbit.
relaxes a little bit, but it's like, it's still like she's super jumpy still.
Orbit. Leandra. As your friends sleep around you and rest, you see a spark above the fire that was much higher than it seems to be, and a letter drifts down slowly to the floor. At this, the short rest would be over. However, you may choose if your character is awake or not. I will let Leandra and Norbit take the floor.
Cole had asked, Peter had asked, what about hit dice, if they could roll hit dice for the short rest.
Absolutely, yeah. It's about
Okay.
2 hours, so you can do 1 to 2 hit dice.
Leandra will pick
Norbert.
the letter.
There you
Is
go.
it near me, right? The fire.
You're all about equal distance.
We're all
from
about
it.
the same? So I will pick it up, and seeing that you're the only one awake, Norbit, she'll usher you to read it with her.
Okay, he'll come over and read it.
You both see a seal that you've seen before, that you recognize as Strahd's. You can't tell, but the red of the seal looks very much like blood. As you open this letter and unfold the paper, it's firm, yet stained. Would you like me to read to you what it says?
Yes. One question, though.
Sure.
Is this blood seal a common practice, as far as she knows? Like,
No.
is that just normal? No. She goes,
Oh, Norbert was about to ask Leandra about that.
yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Norbert's going to say, I might be crazy, but why would a vampire waste blood this way?
Yeah, it's not normal. I've never seen others. At least my parents don't do that. And neither do the letters that they get from other vampires, the death threats and all that.
That's a lot. Okay. Anyway, should we read this?
You ready? The letter says, yes, I'm looking at my phone, don't judge me. My most cherished of friends, it would seem congratulations are due once again. I am deeply impressed by your tenacity and perseverance in the face of such daunting challenges, ones that I did not even present. The Valkai have not been graced by the presence of your caliber in many decades, but I cannot wait to see when you deliver Irina to them what they will say. But indeed, I do find it most fortuitous that my beloved Irina has found herself in your talented company at the very moment that she chose to leave her familiar home. I'd rule the fate of any who allow her to come to harm, and find your dedication to her well-being most reassuring. I bid that you dine with me at my castle in 2 days' time, so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. We have much to discuss. Your passage to this castle will be a safe one. I await your prompt arrival. Eternally your host, Mistress Strahd van Zerovich.
Norbert will look over at Leandra and say, Mister?
What did you say?
The letter here says Mr. Strahd.
Mistress.
Mistress.
I just talked funny.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. And I never asked that then.
Okay.
Just say,
I have several questions for the DM.
Are we just transporting Irina to Strahd? I'm really confused. That's not the plan, is it?
No, but the people we were going to deliver her to are the only ones to be said to get in and out of here. And Irina also said that nobody gets out of here without Strahd's permission. So we would be delivering her to people that can get her out, but probably are under Strahd's control. So we might have to rethink our strategy. However, and here comes the DM question. Leandra, I'm sure, is fully aware that the worst fear of any vampire is another vampire. And that walking into a vampire's home is suicide, whether you are a vampire or not.
Mm-hmm.
So she would know this, right? This is accurate under normal circumstances.
Yes, but Strahd is not a vampire that you have
met. Yeah.
Normally encountered. She doesn't do things that are necessarily things you would naturally see. So I think that you have kind of juxtaposition of what your history knows and what you've seen.
So she will still let them know that. She will still turn to Norbin and say, but if I have learned anything from my parents, is that walking into another vampire's home, even if you are a vampire, is suicide. She doesn't seem to act like a normal vampire, so I might be wrong. But, I mean, I would love to dine at, like, a Splendor room again, but... Well, she did give the word that she won't harm us. I don't know.
Well, wasn't it safe passage getting there, not guaranteeing safety once there?
You have a point. And it will be her home, so she'll probably have minions everywhere.
Irina wakes up at this point.
Potentially traps, and I just think we need to get to these Vistani people and see if they will help us. And it seems like we have a deadline of 2 days, according to this. Otherwise, well, I don't think it would be good if Strahd came and fetched us based on our last interaction.
No, I mean, to be fair, I think that would be better for us potentially than being in her home. But, oh, hi, Irina.
What kind of traps are you talking about?
Oh yeah, we probably should wake everyone. I do like thaumaturgy, like boom.
Everyone wakes up.
Basically, I think based on the tone of this letter, Strahd thinks you're going to marry her very soon. So we're trying to find ways to avoid that and avoid Strahd killing, eating, biting all of us.
Adabon?
Leandra hands the letter to them to have a look.
You all listened. I don't have to repeat it. You know what it says.
I will escort you to where you need to go.
I don't know where that is now. I feel like being with you folks is safer than with people I hardly know. But my brother's wishes were that I went to... She kind of bows her head. She is obviously lost in thought.
It looks like the people that can get you out, are under Strahd's control.
Agreed.
Well, control or just influence? Perhaps they are influenced by Strahd, but not necessarily controlled, and that seems like our only chance at the moment. Maybe we can find a way to convince them to get all of us out.
Alusa looks up at this moment, listening to Norbit, and looks at Shad and says, "Do you know anything about the Vistani?"
Well, no, not at all. I was just directed here to find a cure and help me.
Roll deception or persuasion. If you're telling the truth, persuasion. If you are lying, deception. Please don't tell the audience which one you roll.
It's 16.
You can text me what it is. Actually, I already know. She says, right. Oh, okay then.
What do you think, Adabon?
Lance's words were given. Those were the terms agreed to.
I miss Lance.
Actually, Lance did leave me a letter. He apparently found a clue of some sort that he chased, that he said he needed to do alone, but that could potentially save us in the long term. So
He agreed to take Irina to Sanctuary. That is what I am bound.
yes, I'm just
You
saying.
don't have to feel bound. I respect any choices you all make.
You don't know Adabon well, then.
had an agreement, and I will honor it.
Okay. Well,
Pretty sure Arena and Adabon made that agreement.
I know, but she's this little lady who's trying to be kind. She takes the letter and says, "We've given a lot of information in the last 24 hours. I think it's time to move forward, if you all agree." I'm gonna burn this. I don't think having the words from Strahd on us, especially with the werewolves coming to meet us soon, is the best idea. Do you all agree?
Yeah, though the werewolf had said that this creature we killed was a minion of Strahd. Strahd denied it when they had no reason to do so. So I wonder what's going on there.
Maybe the dungeon master doesn't have a good memory.
I was about to say, can I get a read on which one of those Adabon believes?
And she holds the letter over the fire, and it catches fire. The fire
I
turns
generally thought you were
blue.
like tricking us. I'm sorry.
The fire turns blue, and then black, and then back to its normal yellowish orange tint. Irina stands up, puts her shoulders back, chest forward, chin held high, holds her rapier tight, and says, "Shall we move forward? Are we going to Strahd's castle, or are you taking me away?"
We need to wait for this werewolf first.
I probably don't need to wait. They can track us by smell very easily.
I need to know if I'm coming with you, or if you're taking me to the safe place.
I don't think it's a
Adabon
good
will
idea to take it to Strahd. Sorry.
pack up his stuff, offer his arm. I will lead you where you will.
She looks at Leandra.
I don't think it's a good idea to take you to Strahd when they seem to be this interested in you. At the same time, I have seen firsthand what happens if someone hurts somebody a vampire holds dear. So, let me tell you all that there is one thing worse than trying to kill a vampire, trying to kill or hurt or letting harm come to those that a vampire holds dear. So, there are few.
She holds her neck as you speak and says, "I wish I could remember."
Do you allow me to look at that mark on your neck?
Not right now, please.
Okay. Let me know when I can have a look.
Let's continue forward. She takes her giant velvety hood, puts it over her beautiful hair. Her dark skin almost glimmers in the reflection of the raindrops. And she starts to lead you all away. Do you follow?
Mm-hmm.
With Adabon in tow.
Can Norbert just say into Leandra's mind as we're walking, you apparently know more about this than I do, but is Irina just going to become a thrall the moment she's in Strahd's presence? Is that
No.
what the bite marks mean?
No, the type of bite mark she has, from what I've already seen, was not a turning bite. They can choose. It's not automatically. They can bite you without turning you. But her mark doesn't seem to be a turning one.
As everybody's...
Okay.
Sorry.
I remember this from the
No,
first
that's it.
episode.
I was just saying, okay.
As everybody starts to walk off, I would guess Leandra would notice that Cole isn't moving right at that second. He's just kind of staring blankly off into the distance. no expression, like a mask of no emotion on his face.
He watches for a little bit to see if he comes out of it on his own.
No, it's like he's just blanked out.
Master Dwarf?
No response.
Oh, well, guess we should leave him.
Leander will just do one last, like touch him on the shoulder, gently.
Yes, mistress.
Master Dwarf, are you quite all right? I'm not your mistress. Were you receiving orders?
Who are you?
Were you just receiving orders from your mistress?
He just kind of looks around, really confused. Where am I?
I would like to keep this tension and hold it for the next session. So we're gonna go ahead and stop there.
No!
And go to the after show. Hey, if you're listening, thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you. We hope you enjoyed the stream. Tell us what you think can make it better. Tell us the things that you would like to be seen. Apparently next session is Super Bowl day too. So hey, we're cooler than football. Come hang out. And yeah, we will go ahead and take a quick break and go to our amazing after show, which if you are subscribed, you get to watch. There was some really good questions this time. So please come hang out with us. We'll be back in 5. And yeah, thanks for watching Curse of Strahd. These guys are a word I shouldn't say.
Interesting. Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.